If you are a young man and you are facing divorce anywhere between your 18 to the age of 30, there are some programs out there on YouTube that you'll specifically see talking about how to save your marriage. I need to tell you something about these programs. I've been a part of one of them. And if you want to save your relationship, it's not happening. Your relationship, you must let it downfall. You just have to let it happen. Read the book Let Me by Mel Robbins. That will give you like a quick jump start into the arena that you'll be fighting in to help you navigate in the immediate adversity. But what makes the marriage and you attractive as a man is emotional stability. That is one of the first videos I ever uploaded when I was first starting TikTok. And when I say let the relationship fall, literally let it downfall. This doesn't mean be a doormat and be walked all over. It means you're going to start having to self-reflect and gain self-respect. If you want things to recover very quickly, the best thing you can do is come from a very compassionate and understanding place without trying to change the other person's mind. Only she can change her mind. You can't make her change her mind. Just like a horse going to a trough to drink some water, you can't force the horse to drink. It will decide for itself if it wants to have the water. One of the most attractive things you can do as a man is to be emotionally stable. Emotional stability is a very desirable trait in a man that a woman craves. That basically means if she throws a bunch of tests and chaos and trauma dumps you and treats you like trash almost, and you maintain this so-called frame. Do you even know what frame is? I hate when people say frame because it's like, what the hell do you even freaking mean by frame? Frame means you are sitting in a narrative. You identify and attach yourself to a story, and that story spins around in your head, and it becomes your belief. Do you really believe that your misso, your wife, is the cause of the relationship's downfall? I would think if she's bringing an end to the relationship, it's probably more on your end. As a man, you have a spiritual duty to be the head of the relationship. And this is why I'll direct my attention towards the man first. If she cheated, that would mean that there's probably something that you must have done to make her feel really uncomfortable to want to cheat on you. I'm confident that if she cheats on you or she wants to end the relationship, there is something that you have done that made her feel unsafe. And another thing as well, safety. I've almost never heard anyone talk about emotional and psychological safety throughout my youth. It was a very difficult concept for me to even understand, and I still learn new things. And the best way to create emotional safety is to be understanding of the other person and to listen to the other person. Even just the subject of listening to the other person. What does listening even mean? Listening actually has so many different factors to it. I once attended this violence prevention therapy session where we wrote down so many different things. But let's just say, for simplicity's sake, we'll say the act of listening means investigating and being curious and understanding where the other person is coming from and putting yourself in their shoes. You're thinking outside the box. For example, when we say think outside the box, let's imagine that instead of the misso being the one to want to end the divorce, what if it was the man and the misso was the one who was trying to save the divorce relentlessly? Think about the repercussions of what it must be like for that man to have to keep away this clingy, obsessive woman. This is going to be a short one. I don't want this to be a long one, but basically, there is no fast way. You have to let the relationship downfall. You have to let her go her own way. It's not 100% about you that she's made the decision. It's on her own accord. If she wants to come back to you, it's on her own accord. If you want to figure out how decisions are made, just reflect deeply about what mechanism causes a decision to be made. I've made some videos about this in the past already, and basically there's a mechanism in the mind that makes decisions. And whatever poses an existential threat, the mind or the decision mechanism will automatically choose the decision that is not an existential threat. That basically means that you have been posing an existential threat. And the downfall of the relationship never came overnight. It was like compound interest where it just caved in. This is now a side effect. This is now a byproduct of something that's been dragging on for months or years. And the thing that escalates this to happen significantly is anger, mistrust, accusations, FAE bias, stubbornness, anger. And there are things that you can do that may have been perceived as controlling. If you try to protect your wife, for example, she might actually interpret that as controlling. If you're the breadwinner, she might actually perceive you as someone trying to prevent her from gaining money. And when we say lack of communication or communication errors in the relationship, you have to put your foot forward to investigate as well. And also she might not be open to listening or addressing certain things. And this is just the nature of the game. You have to kind of let it play out for a long time. By the way, the outcome we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to tell you a story right now about how you can let go of the outcome, let go of the marriage status, let go of the relationship status. It doesn't matter. What matters is your emotional stability, your internal well-being, and how you react, how you respond to detrimental adversity. How you respond to detrimental adversity is so crucial. If you're calm and chill like no tomorrow, it's like, wow, that's very attractive. It's like a moth to the flame. This might not guarantee that she'll come flying back to you, of course. This takes ages, years. By the way, do not get your hopes up when you join these programs. I don't know how some people must read and go through course material for like months. For me, it can take years because, I don't know, like if someone tells me read this book, it only takes 3 hours. Bitch, it takes me like 12 hours to read a book. What the hell are you talking about? In the same way, when you join a course, it's going to take you months to years to just digest the damn stuff. You have a life. So prioritize your emotional stability. Be curious. Let your misso or wife do what she wants to do. If she wants to go F other men, let her do that. You have no say or control in the matter. It's not that you agree with it. It's that she's made a decision and she is not going to be influenced by you. There's nothing you can do. And this doesn't mean you're a helpless victim. And by the way, the victim mindset is killer in relationships. If she goes see someone else, it's because she wants to remove herself from a feeling that she cannot get from you. Imagine if you're angry and you want to feel better, but imagine you can't do that with someone you once cared for. And this is kind of why she can't do that with you, because she doesn't feel safe to come to you, right? Now, I'll quickly tell you the story I was telling you about. When I was a kid, me and my brother, we were punished as little kids for, I don't know, something random. And I was punished by having my video games taken away from me. Now, my other brother, though, he was not punished with video games. And this is because the video games, right, he did not value them as much. And so no one could take the video games away from him because they didn't really matter to him as much as me. In the same way, the relationship needs to be the exact same for you. The relationship, sure, let her take it away from you. It's not a big deal. And therefore, that can't be leverage used against you.